In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how long it will take you to lose weight. I get it. You're seeing your feed swamped with coaches posting women losing 10, 20, 50, 100 pounds in apparently a matter of weeks. And the other part doesn't really buy it. Well, I've coached over 300 women to lose weight, and I'm going to give you a realistic expectation for how long you should expect to take to lose the weight. And before we get to that answer, we need to understand, where are we starting from? If I was to go and ask you, how long does it take to fly to Rome? You would need to know where you are starting from. And when it comes to where we're starting from, the main three things we need to understand are: 1, your current physique now; 2, what you're currently doing at the moment to lose weight; and 3, what is your experience level? Let's take some examples of clients I've worked with to show you why this matters. For point number 1, we need to understand where your body is right now. How much body fat are you carrying on you? How much muscle mass are you carrying on you? Do you have any injuries? Different bodies will require different approaches, which will yield different timeframes. So if we take client A as an example, who weighs a certain amount and is already carrying a bit of muscle on them, compared to client B, who is carrying a larger body fat percentage and does have a knee injury, well, the approach and therefore the time taken to lose the weight is going to be completely different. For point number 2, let's take another example. Client A has literally been doing nothing so far. No diets, no exercise, absolutely no structure. Well, with a very few small changes and just bringing in some sort of plan, she will lose weight very early on. Compared to client B, who's spent the last 6 months under eating and overtraining, well, we are first going to have to bring her metabolism back to baseline before we go into that fat loss phase. And 3, the last thing is, what is your experience level? Client A here has gone to the gym consistently in her 20s and she has a base level understanding of nutrition. So I can push her a little quicker from the start, as she's already familiar with the exercises, understands progressive overload and macronutrients and so on. Whereas client B, who has never picked up a weight in her life and only tried fad diets before, she's going to require a little more of a slower approach as she learns the fundamentals over the first few weeks and months. By the way, with all of these examples, there's no right or wrong place to start. It's just going to be different. Just like the plane example, you're just setting off from a different airport. Okay, now we've established where we are starting from. Once we then go into the fat loss phase, that then begs the question, which is the reason you clicked on this video: how long will it take to lose the weight? And the answer: 1 to 2 pounds a week, or 0.5 to 1 kilogram a week. So if you're looking to lose 20 pounds, you're realistically looking at 3 to 5 months. Not 4 weeks, not 6 weeks, 3 to 5 months if you're doing this properly. Why is that? Well, there are 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, you're going to need to be in a calorie deficit of between 500 to 1,000 calories on average per day a week, which is very achievable with the right structure. Now, the answer I gave you was missing 2 words. You're going to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week on average. That doesn't mean every single week, like clockwork, you're going to be losing 1 to 2 pounds. There will be plateaus, there will be weeks where your weight actually goes up, but on average, over the long term, you're looking for that overall trend to be 1 to 2 pounds a week. Now, as with everything, there are going to be things that can speed up your progress and things that can slow it down. But before we get into that, I just want to say, I am not saying slowing down progress is bad, and I'm not saying speeding up progress is better. In fact, I'd probably say the opposite. You should not rush the process, because if you do this right once, you will never have to do this again. But if you rush it, try and take shortcuts, like 90% of people do every January, every period before summer, you will fail. And remember, the goal isn't just to lose the weight for a few days, then put it all back on. The goal is to make this a lifestyle change and develop into that person who can sustain this for the rest of their life. But these are the 3 factors that will influence the time it takes for you to lose weight. Number 1, life events. Anything that's going to come up, social occasions, work trips, illness, holidays, these things will have an impact on the timescale. Now, while yes, you should have some sort of plan for everything life's going to throw at you, and me and my clients make sure we have clarity on what they can do to still enjoy life but still make progress, there will be a line. If you are living in and out of hotels for 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month and you've got 4 holidays booked for the summer, this will slow your progress down. Conversely, if you go full monk mode, I think is what the kids call it, cut out all your favorite foods, don't show up to any social occasions for the rest of the year, and purely focus on your weight loss, then yes, you will probably lose weight faster. Would I recommend that approach? Well, unless you have serious medical reasons to lose the weight quickly, no, not at all. But I would recommend finding that balance where you can enjoy the things in life that actually matter to you, that family holiday, that special wedding you've got coming up, but also learning to have the discipline to say no to things which maybe aren't really that important to you. Things like maybe that kid's pizza party, maybe the every Friday night work drinks. Again, these are just examples. Different things will be different levels of importance to different people, but the bottom line is there is a balance. Second one, effort. This might seem obvious, but I still see people in the gym sitting on a machine for 10 minutes, doing a half-hearted set, and then scrolling on their phone for the next 9 minutes. The results you get will be a direct correlation between the work and the effort you put in, assuming you're doing the right things, of course. The biggest lie in all of fitness is showing up is all that matters. You can show up to the gym for the next 5 years. A lot of people do. That doesn't entitle you and mean you are guaranteed to see any changes. But again, conversely, there is actually a line. You can actually give too much effort and you can overtrain and overstretch yourself. Example, if you were to just double all the sets in your workout and instead of being there for 45 minutes, you were there for 90 minutes, you're going to be worse off. Now, your coach will show you where this line is, but if you have two people who started at the same time with the same lifestyle on the same program, and one is getting results and one is not, it's almost guaranteed that the level of effort between the two is not the same. And the last one, consistency. It doesn't matter what you do over the next few days or the next few weeks. What matters is what do you stick to for the next few months, the next few years, the next few decades. You can train like a professional athlete for 1 week. You're not going to see any long-term changes. Or you could have a suboptimal plan. Maybe you have a plan which doesn't have the best workout with the best exercises and the nutrition is all right. You eat well some of the time, sometimes not, and you get an okay step goal in. But if you're consistent with this, following this week in, week out for years, you will see some changes. Now, am I saying you should follow some random suboptimal plan and just stick to it? No. But any system you develop for yourself needs to tick one box right from the start. If it doesn't, no matter how good the protocols in the plan are, don't bother doing it. And that tick box is, can I realistically stick to this for the next year? Not for the next 12 weeks, not for the next 14 days, for the next 12 months. If the answer is no, don't entertain it for 5 minutes. There's no point. I have never met anyone in great shape who has got there from being inconsistent. But now you know how long it will take you to get there. The next question is, what do I need to do to get there? Well, if you want a hand getting a game plan together, there'll be a link below for how we can make that happen. If not, but you'd still like to see an example of how this looked for one of my clients, make sure to click here and watch this next. And if you found this video helpful, also make sure to subscribe.